Hello everyone, welcome to another live stream of Assassin's Creed Rogue Remastered. If my voice sounds different in any way, I did adjust the sensitivity of my mic once again. So I just decreased it a little bit. It was at -8, now it's at -10. Because I did kind of feel that my voice was a little bit loud at times. But there's also the issue where sometimes the mic doesn't pick up everything that I am saying, so it's kind of like balancing between like both worlds. So I wanted to start off today by calling attention to something that came up in the second episode of my Assassin's Creed Rogue series, which was my second live stream that is uploaded onto my YouTube channel, ZBoy896 Twitch Stream Archive. I don't usually do this this often. The reason behind this is I don't really like calling attention to certain commentators. But I feel like it is important to mention this and to kind of explain this because I feel like that my response to this person wasn't made exactly clear, and I want to take the time to explain my overall process for handling collectibles that may not be exactly clear, and it's relates to my own personal OCD, but it also relates to the type of channel and the type of content that I am creating. So someone on YouTube named Timo, T-I-M-O, made a comment saying, "Tip, I would first do all the Animus fragments and then all the chests and so on." And I responded with, "Good suggestion, but I'd rather clear out the collectibles by area as it is faster this way and requires fewer passes through a location." Now, I kind of regretted saying something like that because I kind of feel like it was dismissive of his action, but let's go ahead and go over what I really mean. So, what I usually do when I'm clearing out the area is, regardless on what I'm doing first, is I usually clear out the viewpoints first and foremost before I go ahead and clear out like any other collectible. But once I do that, I usually go around the area, kind of sort of like in a clockwise section, getting all the collectibles as I come across them. Now, what Timo was suggesting was, say I do the Animus fragments first. I will grab this one, then I will grab this one. Then I will go over here and grab this one, and if there's any more, then I'll grab this one, and then I'll go over here and grab this one. And if there's any more Animus fragments are found in this fogged area here, in this fogged area here, I'll go for them next, and then I'll move on to the chest. This would require, so for Animus fragments, 1 sweep, chest, 2 sweeps. Any sort of collectibles like war letters or James Gunn Cross will require another sweep, and then we have sea shanties. So this would require about like 4 or 5 sweeps for me to get through this area, which will require me to run around in a counterclockwise clockwise area 5 different times. The reason why I don't do this is because, for clarification, this is a live stream series on Twitch. This is not something that I'm recording on my own and just uploading onto YouTube. I'm recording this live, I'm streaming this live on Twitch.tv, so I have to be mindful of what I do and what is entertaining for people to watch. If I were to go around and go for each individual collectible in a specific order, then it will take too much time and people may get bored and turn off, and I switch off. So the reason why I clear off all these collectibles in all once in a clockwise formation is because I feel like I'll get through the collectibles faster, and that way people coming here won't have their time wasted. I spend like an hour clearing out an area because I'm going out on one set of collectibles at a time. If you are watching this Timo if you're watching this Timo when it's uploaded onto YouTube, or if you're checking out my channel on Twitch, I did not mean to sound dismissive of what you say. I honestly kind of feel like that idea would be a good idea if this was a standard, typical Let's Play, but stereotypical walkthrough, but it's not. This playthrough is a live stream that is live on Twitch first and uploaded on YouTube second. This is not a series where this is not meant to be like a series where I go into like, here's how you do this, 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 and this in the most effective manner. I simply don't, most of the time, most of the games I play, I don't have that much knowledge on those type of things. I don't have that much knowledge on finding like the optimal strategies for finishing a boss. I don't have the optimal knowledge on finding like certain completing like certain puzzles. Most of the stuff I'm doing for these games I play, I'm doing with either very little or no knowledge, as oftentimes the games I play are games that I have never finished, and I am playing them for the first, and I'm playing through the missions and completing the activities for the first time. This is a unique situation because Assassin's Creed Rogue is a game that I completed before on Assassin's Creed Rogue Remastered, but I'm still getting this 100% on the specific version, on the Xbox 360 version for the first time. So while I do appreciate and I do think that your idea for going after one collectible at a time would be more efficient for making things more organized, it's probably not the best idea for me to do that on Twitch. So I'm sorry if I sounded dismissive of your comments. That wasn't my intention. But I do hope that you can forgive me. So it's just this is something I've been thinking. Okay. Well, while we are kind of stranded here, for some reason we can't fast travel, which I guess maybe we haven't unlocked it yet. Let's go ahead and get the collectibles while we're here. What I was gonna say is, while I do appreciate your comments, and I do think that it is a valid strategy for a typical walkthrough, it's not something that I would typically do for this particular playthrough, in this style of a playthrough. So, and this is something I've been thinking about since this comment first made, and I made this first response like on Monday, I think, or whenever I first noticed a comment. I think it was like during the week, and I wanted to draw attention to this because I just feel like that I didn't really handle that as well as I should have, because it sounded dismissive, my comment. And I wanted to address this because I don't want him to think, oh, your idea sucks and I know a better way. That's not my intention at all. We'll never like be someone that is outright hateful or spiteful towards an individual. I'm usually a friendly guy. If I'm mad at someone, it's because they offend me in some way. Like, usually, there's very few things that trigger me when I'm talking to people. One of the things that does trigger me is when I encounter people that are overly sexist or overly racist. But the other thing that kind of triggers me is use of the R word, retarded, when describing people with disabilities. Some people don't really find this to be that problematic, and I'm surprised whenever I encounter people with my disability, autism, who actually find it amusing when they're being called retarded. But the R word is like my N word. I do not like being called that because I've been called that for pretty much my entire life by friends and teachers, and at one point I'm pretty sure I was called that by my family. One part of my family, and I really do not like that word, and there was a time when I went onto a YouTube comment and I got mad and offended when the word was used by a YouTuber, and not really a YouTuber, but a commentator. And I said something like, oh, I really hate that word. I was called that since I was a child because of my autism. And then someone says, oh, I fake being autistic too because he didn't believe. He thought I was just making a stink about it and just pretending that I was autism just to get like sympathy, which is not something that I do. I am diagnosed with Asperger's, a form of autism. And I do get offended whenever people use the word retarded to refer to me, because it's a term that was used frequently by adults and children that I encountered in my past. So those three things, sexism, racism, and the use of the R word, are really the few things that I would overtly get mad at someone about. And that's really the only reason why I would verbally attack someone in chat or on YouTube or on Twitch. And it's really just for something that's just really triggering for me. So normally I don't do that type of thing. I don't really get mad that often, but usually I'm pretty friendly to anyone I come across, but there is some situations where I just get mad, and but it's very rare. So that's just something I wanted to address, because I feel like it was just something that I could have handled better, but I didn't. And I just wanted to like make that clear, just in case someone, that person, Timmy or Timo or whatever his name was, I don't have his name pulled up. Just in case he saw that comment and he thought it was being like outright dismissive over him. That wasn't my intention. And I do apologize, Timo, if you did get offended by that. I really don't even think that you were. I would be surprised, I guess, if you just came back to my content. If you were offended, you came back to this episode, went to upload it onto YouTube, and just say, hey, it's cool, whatever. But if chances are, if people feel like that they were attacked on YouTube, they typically won't go back to watch that person's comment video. So it is something that I wanted to like talk about, because it's just kind of became like something that was just on my mind for a while. I will say that once we clear out this area of all collectibles that we can get, first and foremost, we likely will not be able to complete this renovation as of right now, because we don't have enough fabric to craft it. We need 20 more, and we can only get that from naval combat, which we don't have access to on Morrigan yet, or the open world, really just outside of New York. So we will not be able to complete that just yet, but we will be able to complete all the locations that we can do. What I will talk about next is sort of like the future of this series, because it is something that I have been thinking about, like what I really want to do. For the most part, I'm gonna try and like do a mix of both like story and sequences, but because there's only 6 sequences in the game, I'm probably gonna handle like all the locations in order of difficulty. So once I complete sequence 3, which we're currently on, we will be doing all the easy ranked areas, and then we'll do the sequence 4, and then we'll complete all the medium ranked areas, and then we'll just do the same for sequence 5. I want to make sure that we have like all of the achievements done by the time, and get all the crafting done, all these stuff done by the time we reach by the time we complete sequence 6. So that all I love to do is just to finish up the achievements. And something that I am really hoping we don't experience is, I do not want to have like another glitch achievement that I'm getting to farm out, like what happened with Assassin's Creed Black Flag, because that's still something I'm dealing with today. I will say I don't drink water that often, but it's starting to get pretty hot out where I live. Like, it's very common for the dead of summer for it to get to like 110 degrees. So I'm starting to drink water more often, and it's so nice. Like when you're just drinking like a cup of ice water, it's so refreshing. There we go. There's 4 taverns unlocked. There's not 4 taverns in this game, is there? It's be kind of ridiculous considering the amount of areas there are in this game. Okay, let's go ahead and grab this prosperity. I will say we are kind of nearing the end of the, well, we're about the halfway point of getting all the collectibles in New York. We won this first area, I should say. We are not anywhere close to getting all the collectibles in New York. For those curious, I have not completed all of the locations in this version of the game. I completed some, but I've not completed all. So, and one of the locations I don't think I finished was New York. I may have done like some of the locations, but where do I? Oh, it's up top. Okay, I thought there's like a domed roof. I guess something that I will say. Ow.
Lost sight of him. We have to find him again.
I guess something that I will say is, one thing I will never really get tired of is, well, to an extent, like when it's handled in moderation. I don't think I will ever really get tired of like this type of gameplay for Assassin's Creed. Because there's a unique kind of charm to this type of gameplay that is kind of lost in the RPG series. And I'll just go ahead and say this, one thing that I do appreciate with the old style of Assassin's Creed is just, it's a game where you just, there's really no like difficulty spikes. There's really limited family reunion. There's really limited enemy variety that will really give you trouble. And for that reason, it's very easy for you to get, as you get used to the combat, as you get used to playing like a specific character, it can be very exciting for you to just draw on like the aggro of like 10 or 15 guards, and it's very satisfying when you're able to like steamroll them. And that's something that just kind of loses its appeal with the RPG games because of all the bullet sponge enemy health bars. And I'll admit that some Assassin's Creed games are, some of the RPG games, I didn't really have as much problem with the combat. The only game that I really had a problem in regards to the combat is Assassin's Creed Odyssey. After a while when playing Valhalla, I did get bored with the combat because it's just like all like button mashing. There's really like no challenge, I guess.
We're ready and
Let me
willing
just
to do
make
some
sure.
good work, kind sir.
Yeah, we don't have enough for that. But I didn't really have as much of a problem with the combat in Assassin's Creed Origins. The game that I really had a problem with was a combat with Assassin's Creed Odyssey, where unless you're putting like, you have like a bunch of points or stats for warrior, you're not going to deal that much damage to the enemies, and the combat after a while, after you play the game for a certain period of time, it does get boring. And that's something that I do wish was different with Assassin's Creed Odyssey. It's just really kind of unfortunate, it really is. Roller Bowler, I don't remember that song. Three of 20 Templar Crosses. We're gonna kind of go in like a weird route. We're gonna grab this map and then we're kind of gonna go toward the center, grab these 4 collectibles before we head back. Let me also mark the map. Another thing that I do appreciate, one mechanic that I absolutely love in Assassin's Creed Origins and Odyssey is the discovery mode, because I just think it's just so fun to essentially, it's like you're getting like a tour through a museum where you're just learning things about the period. And you kind of learn some of the behind the scenes stuff too in the development of Assassin's Creed Origins and Odyssey, which I did appreciate. What I didn't like was how they handled the discovery mode in Assassin's Creed Valhalla, where they kind of added a bit of a story that just kind of took away the entertainment aspect of it, because they give you like certain like quests that you can fail, like you can get like a bad ending of it. Like for an example is like early on the discovery mode in Assassin's Creed Valhalla, you have to like win like a debate or something, which is sort of like fighting, but you're praising the individual instead of insulting them. And I got 2 of 3 questions right, but the one I got wrong, I end up getting which I got wrong on purpose because I thought that the comment was just so funny I had to pick it, but it ended up getting King Harold mad, and it kind of got me like not the best response for the ending. And I absolutely kind of hate that mechanic in the discovery mode for Assassin's Creed Valhalla, because it's just, I feel like it was kind of like a mistake for them to add a story to the discovery mode, which is just kind of stupid to me. But that's just something that, it's just kind of one of the things where it's just one of the reasons why Valhalla just doesn't really rate highly for me as an Assassin's Creed game, which is kind of controversial because I've been reading like so many people saying, "Oh, Valhalla is my favorite of the series." It's it does some things that I do like, but also does some things I also does some things I don't like as well. So it's just kind of like hit and miss. Really had to just kill these guys just so that I can just get free of all this stupid conflict. Okay, and we have this chest. For those curious as to what I think about this game, like without like going into like spoilers of the story, there's also some things I do like about this game and also some things I dislike about this game. Overall, I consider this to be like an average or slightly above average Assassin's Creed game. Like it's not like rating like in my top 3, but it's not like my least nor near the bottom either. It's just kind of like towards the middle. And it's just one thing that I also just didn't really, also something I regretted like when handling the series is my very first live stream. I was kind of discussing like events of the story that has not happened yet, which is kind of like hinted at as sort of like the theme of this game, like sort of like the advertising for this game. And I ended up like talking about like an event or like a supposed event that actually hasn't happened yet. It's just something that I, in hindsight, I should have done better. Okay, so the other thing we have left is renovations in the Assassin Interceptions. We're actually going to head to a general store and just get ammunition back before we head back to do the main missions. We're probably just gonna like bum rush the main missions until we get access to the open world. I have no idea really if the how it will be able to have access to the open world and exploration before the end of Sequence 3. It's possible we won't, because I suspect that the final mission may be, I would say like liberating the Jackdaw, but liberating the Morrigan. As I expect the final mission. But we'll see. We don't have access to outfits yet, which is kind of disappointing, but we'll get there. I keep on having the hiccups. I don't know why whenever I drink something on stream, I immediately get the hiccups. Or not really immediately, but soon after drinking, I get the hiccups. I have no idea why. Let's go ahead and do the next main mission. One thing I do appreciate is this is not like a full-size Assassin's Creed game. You can probably like beat the main story within like 5 or 6 hours if you're speedrunning it. Like maybe even like less than that. I'm pretty sure like the world record speedrun for this game is maybe like an hour and a half to 2 hours, but that's with skips and Probably glitches as well, if I'm gonna be honest here. There's probably a fair amount of glitches in this game that speedrunners take advantage of. But for a casual playthrough, I suspect it may take like 5 or 6 hours.
Colonel Monroe told us what happened.
You, sir, are a fool. But thanks.
Master Cormac, I am sorry to bother you when you were barely out of your sick bed.
No, I've had enough of being cooped up.
Then perhaps you could get a friend of mine out of trouble. He discovered a nest of criminals developing strange weapons. Look at these. Bullets as loud and bright as firecrackers. If we might have a moment alone. His name is Christopher Gist, and he might be in over his head. I fear these brutes will hang him like a dog.
I will not let those outlaws have another victim.
Good. The villains are entrenched at Old Fort Arsenal. I have urgent business in Albany. Please tell Master Gist to join me there.
Are we seriously getting access to the Morrigan? So I realize that's kind of spoiling the events of the story, kind of. But
Did you hear, dearie? They are hanging a man in the old fort. Oh, it would be a shame to miss that.
as someone who has played the this game, I know the importance of Christopher Gist. He's actually one of my favorite characters in this game.
Halt! I need to talk. Don't give him the satisfaction of slipping away. Find him again. Lost sight of him. We have to find him again. I have a shot, ready to fire. You there! Stop now! You shall perish! Can't run forever! Just keep ready to open fire! I can get him. Got him sighted! I have got a good line on him. Hey! You... They don't think he's losing us. We'll surprise him soon enough. Keep running. I have a clear shot. Good line on him. Resistance is not in your best interest. Keep this. Ready to open fire. I have a clear shot. Got a good line on him. Got a shot. I can get him from here. I have a clear shot. Lost sight of him. I have to find him again.
There you go.
Hey, you! You can't do this here! Let him think he's losing us.
Christopher
We'll surprise
Guest.
him soon enough.
I'm Shay Cormac.
Charles! But what are you doing here? Don't mind me asking.
The Colonel sent me.
Aha!
I was really slow on that, but we got it done.
Over there. Die!
We should get 100% state now. I was really slow on that and I almost failed.
Good show, Shay. Ran them right out of their own den.
Well, I was looking for a new place to live.
Well, don't put your name on the door yet. There may be a few men left on their ship. Look, the bird is nested right over there.
It's Morrigan. What is she doing there? That's my ship, friend. Begging your pardon, but I must go fetch her back from those louts.
Oh, wait! I can hardly let you do that alone.
Help me if you can, then.
So I thought this was a mission that you do at the end of the game. This mission, I should say.
Look just like
The sequence.
And they've been harassing the people who've nursed me back to health.
Sounds like good folks.
They are. Perhaps you know them. Barry and Cassidy Finnegan.
I've never met them, but I knew their son. Careful now. These ruffians can be anywhere. You can draw them out by making noise.
Oh, I've got something better than that.
Well, you seem to be more than capable of taking care of this matter. Tell you what, I shall find a new crew for your vessel, in case you have to leave post-haste.
Oh, I love this thing. I completely forgot that you could shoot the barrels with the firecrackers. I was not expecting her to be on the bench. I actually thought that she was in the bush, the haystack.
I'll catch you. I promise you that. Scatter! Grenade!
Yeah, I think she's in the haystack, so I'm gonna use a firecracker dart. There we go. I should mention that there is actually a achievement for related to stalkers. I'm actually going to show that off real quick. We likely will not be getting it. We'll probably have to farm for this achievement. Well, we'll likely not be able to get this for normal playthrough. We'll likely have to farm for it. But the achievement that I am talking about is counter kill 30 stalkers. It's something we could in theory work on as we play. We may in fact get it by playing this game, but we will likely have to farm for it. At least that's what I had to do when I played it. My first 100% playthrough.
I got you.
Completed an Abstergo challenge for killing 5 stalkers, which is nice. How did you die? I didn't even kill that last stalker. Is like, did they just commit seppuku? For those curious, seppuku is essentially the Japanese form of suicide, or really like relating to the samurai, I believe.
Have got a good line on him.
And what seppuku is taking a knife and cutting through your stomach in a specific way. So it's sort of like disemboweling yourself.
Best interest. Desist. I have a clear shot. Lost sight of him. We have to find her.
That's what seppuku is. So it's oftentimes I make a joke when I'm have to like kill myself for a game, and I just say, okay, I guess I'm gonna have to commit seppuku. But I feel like somehow that stalker died and it sounded like she fell to her death, and I don't know how that happened.
She's a fine ship. And true to my word, I found a crew for her. I did leave one position unfilled, though. Tell me, Shay, do you have a first mate?
He's long gone.
Then I apply for the post, Captain.
Welcome aboard.
As your first mate, may I suggest our next destination? The Colonel will be expecting me to report back.
My thoughts exactly. Colonel Monroe said he'd be in Albany.
100%? 100%. Nice.
Splendid!
Okay, so we do not have Assassin Interception available now. I think we're actually gonna get that to unlock and I can't think. I suspect we're going to unlock it and Jesus. The next main mission is what I'm trying to say. Sorry, keep on forgetting and losing my train of thought. So we're gonna do some naval combat. We're really gonna try and like get some materials and possibly upgrade our ship. And but we're mainly concerned with yeah, no, freezing water. We're mainly concerned with getting the 30 plop we need. There is a renovation here. Can we do this?
Hold there! I'll make sure.
There you go.
You there. Stop you!
So unfortunately, I don't think we can do this renovation yet. Unless it's somewhere else. There's one more place that I want to check, but I don't think it's here. I don't think it's available yet. Kind of unfortunate. What'd that say? DS. Oh, that's the DLC, Fortress Solvable. We'll worry about that later when further in the game. I think what I'm actually going to do is, yeah, I think that's maybe like the better course. We are going to fast travel to Albany, and we're going to progress until we actually have everything unlocked, because we currently don't. We don't have access to Assassin Interception. For some reason, we don't have access to all of the renovations yet. Ooh. I always hate when I see that.
What do you be needing today, then?
So we need 70 wood for a whole upgrade. And we need 70 metal for advanced set of cannons. We're going hunting.
Another time.
Oh, you know what it was? I just realized. We don't have access to the, we also have Assassin Interception here. You know why we didn't have the access to the North Atlantic? The renovations is because we haven't cleared this gang headquarters, so let's go ahead and do that. That changes everything. I completely forgot that clearing the gang headquarters is a prerequisite to unlock your renovations. And we can actually do naval combat easier here because the water is wider.
Loose and trim too.
Loose sails! Let's catch the wind!
Cargo adrift, Captain.
Floating cargo for the taking, sir.
So the last time I tried to face a frigate, we'd end up not being able to deal enough damage. So I think our first priority is upgrading our hull and our broadside cannon so we can deal more damage. And for that, we need, I think it was a 70 metal and 70 wood. We're just gonna like ballpark and go there first. Also, I think we were attacking a frigate, not a brig, before, and that's what's giving us issues.
Nerepis! Oh, damn fire! Your mark!
To your stations!
They're coming after us, sir!
Fire!
Fire! Spread the word, and we'll have the grapples cast aboard her!
Brief it all tops!
Reef the foremay! Pull in the topsails! That one's mine!
Okay? Gotta start small before we can go big. We may even get some crew from this. Got one crew member. Let's go ahead and salvage the enemy ship. Actually. Yeah, we'll salvage. Oh, right, I'm out of water.
We're heading, get me some speed!
So we're gonna do sort of a mixture of naval combat and exploration. Whenever we find a ship on our way to our destination that we can board and clear for resources, for the record, I think we can handle frigates, or sorry, brigs and schooners. We probably can't handle anything higher than a brig, so frigates and man-of-wars are obviously out at this moment. So when we find a schooner or a brig that has decent resources, I think we can take them.
Fire!
Oops. I'm so used. So what I keep on trying to do is I keep on trying to use the right bumper to use a telescope, and I keep on forgetting that's not the button you use for using a telescope. But I keep on trying.
Be a haven for criminal activity. We ought to tread carefully there.
So if you see me accidentally firing my cannons, or my whatever called pelco guns, I'm not trying to use pelco guns. I'm trying to use the telescope, and I keep on making that mistake. So.
Douse all but mates!
Should also mention that we currently have an Assassin Interception that is technically available in, excuse me, in, Greenwich in New York, but we actually don't have access to that. I believe, excuse me, I believe that Assassin Interception is actually only available. I believe that Assassin Interception is actually only available if you complete all the other Assassin Interception missions.
Thank you enough. You are a hero.
Okay. Gonna hold off on collecting the collectibles until after we kill the leader. Okay. I don't know how it detected me. He just apparently, I guess, saw me when I was just sinking my blade into his back. There you go.
Where do you think you're going? Yeah, for a thrashing.
There we go. Got that. Sabotage. Wait, what's that? Oh, okay. I thought that was like someone hanging from a wire, but it was just a flag.
It will take more than that to lose me.
And cut down the flag.
I will not repeat my...
Easy as pie. A fair bit of stuff we need to do. Starting with... Oh, we're not starting with renovations, but I just want to check. We actually have enough to do this. So we're going to do that while we're here. But we are, of course, going to be going into clock... Well, we either do clockwise or counterclockwise, but... I think we're going to go counterclockwise this time. Oh wait, there is an ammo chest here, isn't there? I haven't grabbed that. That's not it. Hey, is that actually it? I couldn't interact with that. Oh wait, is it up top? It might be up top. Yeah, it is. Sleep darts, please. Yes. Now I do have some money available in this chest. We're probably gonna let it simmer until we oh, the chest is over here. Probably gonna let it simmer until the bank gets full. That's usually what I do. Let's go ahead and grab this chest first. For those curious, typically, I don't really have a problem with collectibles in Assassin's Creed games. I do kind of find them to be somewhat enjoyable, and it is very satisfying when you complete the location. It's just, admittedly, I have grown tired with the excess of collectibles and stuff, essentially like collectibles to get in the newer, recent Assassin's Creed games. Like Assassin's Creed Odyssey and Assassin's Creed Valhalla. Personally, it just kind of got tiring, I guess. After a couple playthroughs of me doing 100%. But for these earlier games like this, it's not really that bad, since most of the collectibles are relatively near each other, aside from the Uncharted collectibles in this game. But typically I don't have a problem with collecting collectibles in Assassin's Creed games. It's just, I will admit, it does kind of get tiring sometimes. And it's a good thing. The good thing about streaming. Before we actually get on to that, if you can't, it's very possible you actually can't hear it because I may be downstairs. But my dog is actually barking right now, and so if you hear a dog barking, I can't do anything about that. So, but I generally don't really have a problem with collectibles. It's kind of thing that would be kind of enjoyable and satisfying to get them all. We're actually going to go ahead and go north a little bit because we're kind of going off track, but I just want to get this chest so I don't have to come back here. And now since we well, yeah, we're kind of going in a different direction now. We're kind of going for whatever one's nearest. For those curious, we don't really have, I think that's maybe like the two of 3 games, technically 4, where he had a first mate. I know exactly where that one is. That's actually in the area, the Glacial Bay thing that I went to before. But what I was gonna say is, there's technically really only like 3 or 4 first mates. Well, I guess there's 5 including Assassin's Creed 3. But I will say that Christopher Guest is probably one of the more memorable ones for me, because I just love his voice.
Everywhere except for England and France.
It's really kind of, I don't know what it is about him. Like, he's just so suave, and he just sounds, his voice is just kind of like nice to hear.
Who let old sods and cats Hey.
Oh, I love that. I love the environmental takedowns. I don't know why he wasn't attacking. There's a door. So for those curious, there is some licensed songs in this game. One of those songs is not all, but some of the sea shanties. So though I have sea shanties disabled, they still play in taverns. So I can't like get rid of them. So if that is very possible, that's on my gameplay in Assassin's Creed Rogue is muted because of the taverns, and if that happens, I do apologize. But I can't do it. I have music set to 0. I'll go ahead and like show you. I have music disabled, and I have, well, I guess we can disable ambient music. Maybe that will fix it. But we also have sea shanties disabled as well. And metal check, 10 wood check, 30 sugar I think check, and 20 cloth. Not what I wanted, and I almost died. God damn it. This is such a tricky one to do. I literally didn't think you could walk around on the edges. That's actually kind of cool. Okay, last sea shanty, and this area should be complete. There you go. Halifax is complete. First location we have actually completed. Around the corner, Sally. Okay, so let us go over here to Yarmouth. Also, if you're curious, there is a cap with materials that actually with the bank that actually gets that actually increases as you play and get prosperity and unlock locations, but unlock like forts and stuff. So there is a limit to how much money we can earn. And I think currently the cap is 2,500, but I could be wrong. Can they seriously hold 15 shots? I just looked at the thing. I thought it was gonna fire 5 and then stops. I think that was like 15. I think I had like 15 total. When I looked down, it was at 7.
Clues down!
We have the
Catch
goods.
some wind!
Let us deck out the Morrigan and you...
Loose made sails!
I will say, after this game, naval combat isn't really a thing until technically Assassin's Creed Origins, but also Assassin's Creed Odyssey, because there was naval combat in Assassin's Creed Origins, but it's like in a side mission kind of thing when you're reliving Aya's memories. But for the most part, the naval combat was relatively absent, and Jesus. For the most part, naval combat was absent in Assassin's Creed until like Assassin's Creed Odyssey. And there are some things I like and dislike about the naval combat in Odyssey. You really only attacked with arrows and spears, and it was fun at the beginning. But after a while, it started to get kind of old.
Trim the yards off the wind!
One of the things is Assassin's Creed Odyssey is really fun for a casual playthrough, but if you are trying to 100% it, it's just after like the 100th hour, it just stops being fun and starts feeling like a chore, and that's really the problem with Assassin's Creed Odyssey, Assassin's Creed Valhalla, is it's fun at the beginning, but it loses its charm the more you play it. I think I played that game, Assassin's Creed Odyssey, I did like 300% playthroughs of Assassin's Creed Odyssey, and 192, 898. And most of those playthroughs, $370 to $482. Oh, it has to be 800. I don't have a map. What? Oh, wait. 428 negative 757. That's this. I don't have a map for this place. What are you, high?
Some good work, kind sir. I'm waiting for your instructions, sir.
20 wood, which we have. 50 sugar, which we barely have. And wow, we are going to be depleted. So there's something that I should probably check, and that is hunting upgrades for Shay. I know that we needed beavers, but I don't know how much we need. So we have 2, so this will be 1. This will be 2. This will be 3, so we need 1 more beaver pelt, at least. One more beaver pelt. Go ahead and grab that later when we get back down. Or there could be beaver up here that we can get, maybe. I love the whistle when you collect collectibles. I don't know why, but I just love the sound of that. I can't even whistle that well, and it probably didn't even come through that mic. I will admit, I don't really, I can't whistle loud. My dad makes these high-pitched, short whistles, and he does it all the time to get people's attention, and it's just... I will admit I'm kind of jealous of him because he does something, he does it with such ease that I can't really seem to do. There was a beaver here, but not anymore. There he is. Got a voice in the grade 3. So now I don't think we need beavers or anything else, so we're gonna keep going. Did I just go backwards? I think I did. There you go. This is... Come on. Guess you're not gonna tell me. I'll find out later. Oh, there's a chest we missed over here. Another location cleared. Making progress.
Floating cargo for the taking, sir.
Got 3 cloth.
Gale's got teeth, Captain. Foul weather there, Captain.
Haul in the stunsails.
There's another ship I saw to the left of that. Oh, that's stone. I thought that was sugar.
Stunts out. Let's get moving.
Loose topsails, gallants and royals. We must take care. These waters are well guarded, sir.
Fire!
Got that.
Ease off the wind.
Ready to
Fire!
fire.
Tops, gallants, royals, studs. Fire!
That's their weak spot. Take the shot, sir.
Fire!
Fire, Captain.
Fire!
Ahoy, hooray! Toss, sir!
Brace yourselves.
Think we crack?
Fire!
That's got them.
Did not mean to sink you, but it worked.
Fire!
People smash us, sir.
Short sail. Get off the squall. Brace for impact. Loose all and trim sharp to the wind. Fire! Gallants about the guns.
Okay, so this is a battle of
On
attrition.
your mark, Captain.
Fire! Brace!
Drop
Taking
any
damage
damage
here.
He tries to ram us.
Hold them in. Get off the wind.
Let's catch some wind.
Fire! Spider wings to the wind. Douse the royals and tops.
Clew the foremains.
Fire! Fire all! Fire!
Red
Loose and catch the wind.
You almost got him.
Fire! Fire!
Explosives. Take away her
They hit us,
speed.
sir.
Fire!
We got her, Captain. What?
There you go.
Heave!
Ooh, you got. That's nice. There you go, we got him. Yeah, I think those Pelco guns can hold 15 shots, and Black Flag I think it held 5.
Brace yourselves for
Mates
collision.
out! Let's go! Crowd on every inch of sail.
That was fun.
Sails. Let's catch the wind.
Trim the yards off the wind. Get the mainsails into the
We're
wind.
gonna dock our ship, and then I'm gonna go into the captain's quarters. I think we're gonna get an upgrade to our guns first. I think we may have enough for, maybe. Okay, let's go ahead and access our ship. We have metal, but we don't have enough wood. I know that for a fact. So we can get a broadside cannon upgrade. 850. We should be able to deal more damage, like enough damage for that. I think I'm gonna save up for the reinforced hull next. So we need 50 metal, which we just barely don't have, and 60, 30 more wood. We could also upgrade our round shell, which is probably why we weren't dealing that much damage. And I think I'm going to do that. What broadside cannons does, it doesn't increase the damage of, well, it technically does. It adds more cannons to our ship. So it allows you to fire more cannons rather than dealing more damage. Your damage of your cannon shot is dependent on your round shot strength, which is something that I used to like always get confused. But if you want to do more damage, it's better to upgrade your round shot. If you want to fire more and consecutively deal more damage, then you would upgrade your cannon capacity. I don't know if that makes sense, but there was a time, like I remember, I played this game like shortly after I kind of like abandoned my playthrough of Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag. Not really shortly after it, but relatively soon. And there was a time when I didn't actually understand the difference between like round shot and cannon things, and I was doing it to a low damage, but I had a lot of upgrades on my. I had a lot of upgrades on my cannon capacity, and I couldn't figure out like why I was so weak. Because cannon shot matters. Why can't I do that? There's a cave painting here. Huh. I thought this was like a warehouse I could look for resources, but I guess not. So this is a lynx. How many lynx pelts do we need? We need 2, so we need 1 more. We need 2 more. You need 3 more. So our goal for right now is getting, well, our eventual goal is getting 3 Lynx pellets. Can get more technically, but we we're not really required to, because we really only would get more if we need to sell. Essentially, essentially like all their used for ones, so we get all the crafting things we need. The fuck did I do to you? Seriously? As soon as I realized this wasn't a restricted area and I could freely run around, that's exactly what I did, but what the hell did I do that caused you to just push me aside? This is a blueprint or best ship upgrade. Fleet Pelco gun. Nope, not it. Can I get up here from... No, it doesn't like it. We need to climb that tree again. I think we need to jump onto that cliff, maybe. Here we go. And we got the prosperity. What's interesting about Predators in particular is in most Assassin's Creed games, Predators have set spawns. So you can literally just fast travel to a location over and over and over again, and you could, in theory, farm out a spawn, which is what I'm likely going to try and do. You get the 3 more links things that we need. I think we can get out through here. God damn it. Okay, how do we get up there? Interesting graphical glitch. Huh. I honestly don't know how to get up there. 1 second. Getting a phone call. Sorry about that. Might be something I'm missing over here. I don't understand, like, how am I supposed to get up here? Oh, I'm an idiot. I am a dumbass. I am a dumbass, okay. Well, to be fair, that was somewhat hidden. Congratulations, I figured it out. After wasting so much time. Okay, so now we're gonna go ahead and grab these other collectibles. So I guess something I will say is, I'm definitely not the sharpest tool in the shed. A lot of people I encounter, they think I'm clever, I guess, because I guess like some parts of my writing, but there are gaps to my knowledge. And there's also the issue that I'm not exactly the best critical thinker. And I actually encounter people when I tell them that where they just don't get why I say I'm not the best critical thinker. And I think that there's just people out there that just think that I'm just like being down on myself, say, oh, you're actually smarter than you give yourself credit for, blah, 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 blah. No one knows yourself better than yourself. And I'm fully aware that there are several times when I'm talking to my friends and they just say something that I don't quite get. Where it just takes me a while to like connect the dots, I guess. And as such, they often like essentially just make fun of me and insinuate that I'm retarded. Which is why I kind of have a problem with using that word. Oh wait, I think I see how I'm supposed to get up there. Yeah, okay. But something that may seem obvious to people, I just simply will not get. So that's just all I'm trying to say. I'm sure there may be someone there. So, oh, there's a ramp. You just passed it. I just saw it on the screen. There's a ramp you just missed. It may have been obvious to you, but it's not obvious to me. I'm sorry. Why is fast travel unavailable? Seriously, why is... I encountered this so many times. Sometimes it says fast travel is unavailable when I'm in air. I think that's what it was. There's one of 3 that we need. Well, one of 4. Told you predators have fixed spawns. There's two. And here's three. Skin 15 animals. There's an easy one. Okay, so now we're gonna head back to our ship and head out. We still need materials for crafting.
He is big twaddled, as they say. Curious.
Okay, we're going.
Loose made sails! Fire!
I have another chance of getting
As much
materials.
sail as you can!
Loose topsails, gallants and royals!
And let's see how much damage an upgraded round shot does.
Fire!
Whiff!
Good shot!
On your mark, Captain!
Fire! Grappling hooks away!
There you go. Pardon my aim.
Let out some sail!
Beat the quarters!
Fire!
Oh, much better damage.
Ready to fire, Captain!
More sail! All sail! Fire!
Fill those sails!
Look at that increased damage now.
Fire! Brace!
Captain, dropping burning oil will
Taking
stop
a
her
hit,
from
sir.
ramming us!
Fire! Brief the topsails and gallants!
Muzzle your tops!
Fire!
Put a shot through it!
Fire!
There you go. Oh, no, not quite.
Fire!
King's Rock!
Brief! Shorten all sail!
Don't lie up! Unfurl!
Spanner wings to the wind!
Loose topsails, gallants!
Brief in all tops!
Ease the main!
Bring them in!
Hey. There we go. You lost a crew, but that's fine. Otherwise, flawless.
Unfurled, mates! Let's move!
We should reinforce the Morrigan with these supply sheds.
So I think we actually have enough to do just that. I just want to like get sail out of the restricted area first.
Crowd on every inch of sand!
Full sail!
Short sail! Get off the squall!
Yeah, let's check our captain's quarters. Possible we may be able to upgrade a hull now. We'll see. No, we do not, but we are somewhat close. How close are we? So we have the metal that we need, just barely, but we still need 6 more wood. Math is hard.
Captain has the helm!
Fire!
All hands!
And because I freaking had fumble fingers, I screwed up.
Fire!
That's got them!
Fire! Fire! Fire!
Damage report! What's the news?
Actually, exactly what we need.
As much sail as you can!
I did not mean to use a. That's another instance of me trying to use a telescope instead of using the pellet guns. I don't know why I keep on making that mistake.
Pull them in with a will!
There we go.
Mates out! Let's go!
With what we've taken, we can improve the ship, Captain.
Yes, I know we can. Want to get out of this restricted area first,
Douse the royals and tops!
Anchor away!
and now we can upgrade a hull. Okay, now that's probably gonna take us a while to get, which we're probably not gonna farm for immediately. We'll probably do more passive farming. I think we may have what we need to, I think we may have what we need to do the main mission now, but we're gonna do some more exploration first.
Captain has the
First things first. Now that we have done the main mission, what's it called? The gang headquarters, we can do the renovation now. This needs 10 metal, which we don't have, 10 wood, which we have, 20 stone. And so we just need metal.
Loose and trim too. Crowd it all on.
Full sails!
So while we are getting materials, we're gonna kind of go around and get some of the Uncharted stuff.
Careful, Captain. These waters are closely watched by our enemies.
It's possible we may just get the metal we need just by doing salvage. We'll see.
Flotsam, sir. Could be valuable cargo.
Do not play close and
For those curious, really, if anyone gives a shit, there is one thing that I am honestly kind of worried about. Like, if there's any one mission that I am kind of afraid to start, it is actually the Fortress Legendary Ship Battle, which is something that I'm honestly kind of afraid to do. But I will be doing it when I have my ship maxed out.
More sail. All sail.
It's just like considered to be the hardest legendary ship battle, and it really tests your endurance.
drop anchor!
But we're still like a long ways from that. That's 7 metal. We just need 3 more. Maybe we'll get lucky, and again we'll find them in salvage.
Captain has the wheel!
Get the mates free.
Act like an officer!
Studs out.
So I'm trying to. This is something that I often kind of struggle with at times. When there's not a lot of stuff going on, when I'm not doing main missions or really things to react. Like in this key thing, like I'm going from one place to another, and there's like not a lot of stuff for me to talk about. It's something I still kind of have problems with today, and I do acknowledge I do have problems. Where I'll just go silent for a long period of time because I don't know what to talk about. And this is something I've been trying to work on. I've been trying to get in the habit of talking even when I don't know what to talk about, just to provide commentary. And it's something that I feel like I've been getting better at. But there's times like in this game when I'm just like in between like doing activities. Or in Stardew Valley, when I'm just fishing for a specific fish, or mining for a specific resource or a drop. There are times when I just go dead silent, like radio silent for a certain period of time, because I just can't think of like anything to say. And something that I've been aware of is probably what my one weakness as a commentator at this point. Because when I do have stuff to say, well, oftentimes when I do have stuff to say, I just forget what I'm going to say because something happens that takes away my attention, but for the most part,
How's the gallants and rhymes?
For the most part, I feel like I've been doing like a decent job commentating. I'm not the worst person ever at commentating. At least I don't feel like I am, but I'm still like, I'm not the best either. Like, there are commentators. Like, I will say, there's some YouTubers I follow that just excel at the whole commentary thing. And there's some YouTubers that I'm just really impressed with their content. But there's still, like, there's a YouTuber I follow that used to do, like, walkthroughs for games that, new releases of games. And his walkthroughs used to be some of the most detailed walkthroughs I've ever seen. And it's part of the reason why I started live streaming today, but he recently just kind of switched the format from, like, making detailed walkthroughs with multiple parts for, like, each mission or whatever, to live streaming a game because he couldn't, like, find a balance between work and YouTube. And his long commentary for live stream started to, like, dip in quality, where lately, to use an example, lately he's been, like, kind of rage quitting and getting mad at the game because of like a bad game design. And at one point it used to be funny, at least for me it used to be funny, but then it just started to get a little bit old when he started doing it, like, with every stream. And I kind of feel like there's kind of like a bad look, I guess, when you kind of let rage control you. And it's part of the reason why that's part of the reason why I decided to just kind of drop the whole my YouTube channel, Rage Masters. Is not only did I not find it that fun, I guess, or at least I wasn't really enjoying myself when playing the games, when I'm just constantly trying to get mad for views like Dashy does. I do feel like that there is kind of like a balance between, like, getting mad at a game and actually being progressing. After a while, like, your rage just does kind of get old. And that's sort of like what I kind of feel like with is kind of happening with this YouTuber I follow, where if he continues to get mad, if he continues to rage quit at games because he doesn't like the game design of a specific game, like, to give a clarification, like, he's been streaming like the Callisto Protocol, and they released an achievement for the new difficulty called Contamination Mode, where you cannot die throughout the entire playthrough, and if you quit to the title screen, you essentially have to start the chapter over, and if you die in a mission, you have to start the chapter over. There's essentially like a permadeath run achievement, where throughout the entire game, you cannot die once. And he has been trying to and hoping that he can avoid that. Sorry, I keep on trying to run. He has been trying to avoid that by simply, I do have enough. He has been trying to avoid that by simply, quitting to the main menu, just starting the chapter over. But if it actually doesn't work, if quitting to the main menu when a die doesn't actually work, and he doesn't get the achievement, oh god, he is going to be pissed.
instructions, sir. Can't be. Halt! Would you? Do some good work, kind sir.
Latest pay done. So I will say we are currently 2 hours into the live stream. We're going to be streaming for another hour.
Savory green, more the half dozen. Bloody bastard! It was mine and you know it! Alex running out! Bloody bastard! It was mine and you know it!
Okay. So I do really enjoy the Assassin Interception and Gang Headquarters are always like very fun for me to play. But I will say there are some parts that I do not like, I guess. As long as you open like a parkour and get in there, but I guess not. Dude, let me climb.
I wager you did not expect.
Come on, let me climb. Okay.
And now you die.
There you go. Now we need to rescue the British officer.
You there! Stop! The hour rings for your death! Please accept my most sincere thanks, son.
Okay, now we need to cut down the gang flag. Just as a quick reminder, for those of you who saw, there said that there was an award for, there was a reward for not being detected. All that is a monetary reward. You cannot replay these, so if you get detected, you actually have to reload the area and come back. And, all you really get is a monetary reward. If you complete it, you cannot replay it, so it's just, it doesn't really matter if you don't get them all. Oh, I just realized the crate was over here. Yeah, let's do our first Assassin Interception mission. My stream was just buffering, but I just kind of realized I never plugged in the Ethernet cable, but we're kind of at the tail end of this. I don't think it really matters. We're gonna keep going. But just in case there is a delay or a synchronization issue, I am gonna linger at this end screen just until I hear myself get caught up before we end the live stream. So
All I'm saying is that lining up like...
I remember this. You have to like sneak up on the pigeon for these.
That poor thing. I cannot help but pity him.
There's 4. There's 5. These are so easy. There's 6. There you go. Interception completed. 25% total synchronization, not bad. So let's head to the ship. We're gonna be doing some exploration now. We need to come back for this renovation. So we need 10 wood, 30 stone, and 20 fabric, which we have. So we are gonna be heading back to our ship, and we're gonna do some exploration. We're gonna be going down here, clearing this out, clearing this stuff out. And we'll come back once we have the resources we need.
Can someone tell me what happened here? Leave me be, I'm no soldier.
I love Assassin Interception. It's probably like my favorite activity in this game, because it kind of adds like a unique twist on the assassin contracts you get in the previous games.
Come deal with it.
Because it's just all it is you. So in theory, it's like instead of you playing like as Ezio and killing a Templar or a Templar associate, instead you're hunting down Ezio. That's like all it is. Like the roles reverse. And these are would-be Ezios that are trying to like make their mark on and killing their targets. It's like you're killing initiates. I guess is what I'm trying to say. And it's just one thing I just love. Probably my favorite activity in this game.
Get the mainsails into the wind! As much sail as you can!
Loose sails! Let's catch the wind!
Glues up! These are sticks! Loose all! Let's... Reef the topsails and gallants!
I love exploring in these games, the Assassin's Creed games. It's just so fun. It's like a nice diversion for the main story. There's no boat, I just swim to my ship. I don't know why, but it's just like this happened yesterday when I was streaming too, where like towards the end of the stream I started getting like a leg cramp, like right, it was actually on my other leg, but right here, like on my thigh. And now I got like a leg cramp right here on my thigh and like the other leg. It wasn't like a searing pain. It's not. It's just like it was sore, and I had no idea why. I was wearing a slim fit jeans, so I was thinking maybe it's possible that the jeans were too tight and was like cutting off the circulation of my blood, maybe. But these are looser fit jeans, so I don't know like why my thigh keeps on cramping up. But yesterday it was the other leg. This time it's my right leg. So, or last time it was my left leg. This time it was my right leg. So it's just, I don't know. Stop. That's the only viewpoint that is not. Oh shit! Alright. Is that the only viewpoint that's not on the that's not in a town or a settlement, a real location? It's just like an Uncharted viewpoint.
Gallants, royals, studs! Full sails! Douse the royals and tops! Drop anchor!
I always kind of wondered. I think I actually found this out like in yesterday when I streamed, or maybe it was at my first live stream when I was doing like my database series. Yeah, like not trying to run. And I think I remember. I think it said something about like the River Valley. Either the River Valley or the North Atlantic is in Canada. I can't remember which. I think it's in North Atlantic. I can't remember where the River Valley was. Or even if it said where it was.
Mates out! Let's go!
You may be able to get the supplies we need from the supply camp. Which is actually an achievement related to this, but it requires a cheat code we don't have unlocked yet. At least I'm pretty sure we don't. So we'll be getting that achievement later. Probably at the end of this playthrough. Just curious, it's the veteran, you need to have the veteran cheat and loot things like 10 or 15 supply camps. Supply camp is actually a good thing for resources.
For collision!
Fire! Fire! From the wind! Loose and catch the wind!
They'll sleep down in the depths tonight, lads! Furl the mains! Muzzle them!
Drag them down!
probably gonna get wanted from this, but it's fine. There you go.
Do not let her...
Unfurled maids! Let's move!
Okay, you're scummy. Jump into the drink while you can!
Make them rue the day they crossed us!
Hey, another one. You dick. There you go. Can't believe I got hit there. We will salvage.
Loose and trim too!
Keep out of her way!
Clue up! Clue up!
Bring them up
Back
tight!
in your cells!
It's Sam! Drop burning
Blue's
oil in
down.
her path when she
Pass
tries
the
to grab
red.
us!
That's nice that we're able to do some decent damage to those brigs.
Captain! A good shot! Big shit! Cannon ready!
Fire!
That's their weak spot!
Fire!
Ready to fire, sir! We've been hit!
Brace yourselves!
We're heading for a crash!
Fire!
They have reinforcements!
Grappling hooks away!
There we go. That might be the bounty hunter ship.
Hope you've made your peace with God!
There you go. We will repair the Morrigan.
Got to prevent her escape.
Come on.
What is
Fire!
that?
Fire!
They're exposed.
Fire!
Take care, we will hit the cliff!
Fire!
The splinters.
Fire! Studs out! Let's get moving!
Weakest right there, sir! Ready to go, sir!
And we're gonna go after this pirate ship.
We're in a square, sir.
Fire!
All of them, Captain!
Easy,
Cannon ready! Short and safe! Get off the squad!
Die, scum!
I don't know why we're getting so many ships, but I'm not complaining. There we go. Getting a lot of materials.
Get the maids free!
Hold tight.
The unfortunate thing, because we're still in a restricted area, more ships keep on coming, and I really don't want to deal with small ass gunships.
Fire!
These waters are well guarded, sir.
And no shit, they're real guarded. Ships keep on coming up and fucking with me.
Gallants and royals.
More enemies sighted, sir!
Keep out of her way. She'll
Ready to
ram us.
fire!
Fuck this. But you can't fast travel in combat. We're getting out of here. This is getting ridiculous.
Damage report.
Fasten yourselves!
This is absolutely ridiculous.
Glue's up! These are sticks!
Away anchor.
How much resources do we get? Honestly, not that bad. It's honestly not that bad. I think what we're going to do, since we're kind of at the tail end of this mission, is I think we're going to round out the stream by doing a main mission. Our tail end of this, since we're at the tail end of this stream, we're gonna round out the stream by doing a mission. I think I said since we're at the tail end of this mission. You can tell my mind's on. We completed Albany in the process, which is great. So before we do the main mission, I do want to upgrade my gear and change my outfit.
Keep your brown bess on your shoulder while you march.
My dog just started barking again.
Good day to you, sir. So, how can I help you?
Let's see, which one do I want? We're gonna have to buy everything for something that I want to do for this stream. I think what I may do is just get a small upgrade, so I may not buy the best one sold. But I may get like a medium upgrade. There's a lot of the best swords in the game I likely will not be able to get until I progress. Cause yeah, you complete like all the fleet missions for that, but I think what I'm going to get is sort of like the middle one. Past it. Or was it? This one. I'm gonna get the Scottish broadsword. You will also get a pistol set. I'll get Queen as we don't kind of are limited in what we can get. Guess we could also get Edward's pistol, but I'd rather not use like. I think maybe that's not a pre-order. I don't know what that is. It's probably like a Ubisoft Club thing. We're gonna get the Queen Anne's. It's not as many options for this. It's about the same stats as my sword. Or outfits. We actually don't have that many. Oh, wait. We're out of money. You can see like the outfits that I have that we have yet to unlock. Some of them is kind of spoiler stuff, like the Versailles outfit, but some of them are actually pretty cool. I think my favorite one may be the Templar Enforcer, which we'll probably get at the end of the game. Its Templar Master is also pretty cool. I think I'm going to get the Explorer outfit. Guess I changed my look.
A pleasure. See you next time.
Take a look at my new outfit. Looks pretty nice.
What do you be needing today, then?
It's also going. Oh, we actually can't reset our notoriety here. I think there's a notoriety person on the map, maybe. Actually, don't see one on the map. I didn't notice that the notoriety was lowered, so I was like near 2-star to star fan, or whatever you want to call it. Those says I should upgrade my ship. Does that say consequences? Circumstances. So we need to upgrade our puckle gun strength and our mortar strength. Those are the. We also are recommended to have a whole armor and round shell, which we already have.
What's on your mind, Captain?
So we need. Oh. I guess I can't do mortar. Well, let's try this. Worst case scenario, we are too weak for it and we'll have to quit. Let's try it. No harm in trying. It's not like we're locked in. We can't quit after the main.
Why, thanks for your
We can't like
trust,
leave the
Captain.
mission until we beat it. That's not how these games work.
In good health, I see.
Thanks to the captain here.
'Tis a fine vessel, Captain Cormac.
Thank you, Colonel Monroe.
Master Gist, did you learn more about our conspirators and their new weapons?
Well, only that their base of operations is a French fort further downriver.
It's a little close for comfort, isn't it?
If the French have installed a fort in our territory, they are likely preparing an assault. New York could burn. Will you join us, Master Cormac?
A fort.
Enough innocents have died already.
Might I suggest we improve our vessel? The Morrigan is good, but with a few more supplies, she could be unstoppable. And there's a French outpost nearby I happen to know.
I like the sound of that.
Facing a fort. Hopefully, I'm showing. It's probably like a easy area thing. Hopefully, we're strong enough to handle it. We'll see.
What sort of business are the French up to there? Just occupying the territory?
It is an economic incursion more than a geographical one. Some of the ruffians are sponsored by enemies of the colonies. They intend to undermine local authorities.
I've heard they steal from civilians and resell essential goods for 10 times the price. Should be nearby.
It's always the little fella who gets skinned. Fire! Colonel, you and Gist here seem inspired. Is there something in the water? Or in the whiskey?
Now, why do you say that?
I think Shay here is skeptical about our intentions towards our fellow man.
I understand, but there is no need. I simply want these colonies to be a place of safety, development, and purpose.
Funny. I thought rich men wanted them to be a place of profit.
I am not a rich man, Master Cormac. Money is a means to an end, not an end in and of itself.
Says you. I think it's a fine end to a game of cards.
Just want to let them finish their conversation.
Loose made sails!
I think I actually skipped a conversation earlier.
Surely we're near trim the yards off the wind. Let the anchor go!
Oh, what? Oh, this is it.
Bearing dead straight to land, Captain!
Drop anchor!
Is all we're going to do with synchronized viewpoint here?
Are they not appetizing?
Hang the key holder using the rope dart. if we can do that. Okay. Luckily, there's no complete the mission without being detected thing.
Ça marque. Va rejoindre Tremblay. Réveille-le s'il dort encore.
Arrêtez ce bâtard! Allez! Je l'ai en joue! Resserrez le piège, les gars!
We almost died there. I didn't realize my health was that low until the grenade went off and I just saw my health just go down to 0. So that was my bad. That would have been bad if I died. Okay, let's go. I think we're good enough to handle like a fort. It just really depends on the type of fort. I think maybe like an easy, we're in an easy ranked area right now, so we'll see.
Now let's use those materials to give the Morrigan more firepower.
Also get an upgrade to the mortar as well. Just make it intermediate, so do more damage.
Splendid! That fort and the defenders will tremble before the Morrigan.
Captain has the head!
Give me some speed!
Your ship is in fine form, Master Cormac. That fort should offer little resistance.
Well, see, that's true.
Hope the frogs offer some, else this will be a dull day.
Never wish for battle, Master Beast. There is plenty around here for any of our lifetimes.
Besides, if we find the fort's commander, the French will surrender, no?
Indeed, that is a sensible strategy. But we will have to wear down the fort's defenses first. Otherwise, they will just dig in, wounded bare.
Is this the one where I remember something in the story?
Knock her down like a game of ninepins!
Begin by hitting her towers.
As the colonel says!
Enemy heading for us! Awaiting orders, sir!
There we go. Pretty easy.
Let out some sail!
Loose sails! Let's catch the wind!
Wasn't really paying attention. I didn't notice if we had like an optional objective.
Superb! Now find the fort commander! Anchor away!
Hey, let's go. Okay, so we're gonna have to grab this thing first if we want to have a sneaky way in. Fort La Croix Animus Fragment 1. Okay. How many you gonna send at me?
Le chasseur.
It is a submission.
It has been so long. Were you on a special mission?
Yes. From Achilles.
How interesting. So am I.
Don't make me do this, Le Chasseur. Keep running. We could both just leave.
Ah, but then I would tell your brothers that you are alive. You have to kill me,
Don't give him the satisfaction of slipping away! Find him again! Don't give him the satisfaction of slipping away! Find him again! Let him think he's losing us.
Ooh, you almost got me.
You are always good at your business, Shay.
As were you. Tell me, what are you doing inland?
Special weapons. Poisonous gases to use against colonial authorities. I am merely a delivery man.
Then may your final
I did not see
swift.
as optional objective for that, so hopefully I didn't miss anything. It's possible I did. I can see there being an optional objective for not taking damage for that, and you open up with a cheap pistol shot that I could encounter. Yep. That is cheap. Okay, so I'm gonna actually replay that. I'm probably gonna replay that at the start of the next episode, but we made good progress. If you are remotely interested in what you see today,
I was right. I had no other choice. If the assassins find out I'm alive, they'll come after me.
if you are remotely interested in what you see today, all the games that I cover on my channel will be for 100% completion. I will be streaming Assassin's Creed Rogue yet again next Saturday, 1 p.m. to 4 Pacific Standard Time. I will be streaming Stardew Valley for 100% completion on Sundays, 1 p.m. to 4 Pacific Standard Time. And I will be streaming Sims 3 Pets for 100% completion on Fridays, 1 p.m. to 4 Pacific Standard Time. If you are interested in games being played for 100% completion, know that I not only go for 100% in-game statistic, but 100% in achievements as well. We made great progress today. How... We're still on a mission. We made great progress today. How great progress? Well, we got from 20% to 27%. I consider that to be great progress. I'm gonna let the stream linger to give it time to catch up, and when it is caught up, then I will end the live stream. And let's try this again. I accidentally I forgot for a moment to bring my mic to me and actually unmute it. So that was kind of my bad. Take two. Hello everyone, welcome to another post-stream session where I go over the new entries for the database. We got a lot of new entries. Let's actually go ahead and read through this war letter for this entirety. 1751. Hello, Father. The situation in Port-au-Prince remains grim. There is still no sign of Vendredi, and I begin to suspect, as you do, that Mackendall sent him away with a sinister purpose. I suspect that he is dead, but I do not think it was the earthquake that killed him. Our contacts in the colonies to the north have revealed that Lawrence Washington has returned with the stolen artifacts in his possession. Your old friend Achilles is there. I suggest you seek him out. I remain here to do what I can, but Mackendall grows ever more unstable. I fear that by starting over, our deranged mentor will be driven to committing a truly awful act. As promised, I will keep a watchful eye on him as best as I can. It is my hope when your business in the colonies has concluded that you will return here, help me reform our brotherhood and make Saint Domingue a home. Please guide me to victory. Babatunde Joseph Port-au-Prince. Isn't Joseph... Is that the character from Assassin's Creed Freedom Cry? First Mate, 1751. My dear Chevalier, I'm sorry to hear about your troubles with the captain of the Aquila. Huh. A ship like that deserves the best, and as such, I will not take her helm. I am unworthy of such a vessel. I would only bring her to ruin, and I will never forgive myself if anything were to happen to her. I do feel able, however, to serve as first mate. I will look after that ship as if she were my own flesh and blood. I will make damn sure that the crew treats her the same. However, before I set foot aboard, I have identified some obstacles close to home. I believe that two powerful French shipping companies are Templar owned. The Levesque family of France and the Delisle family down in Louisiana. They are sending twice as many ships out to sea, but their profits do not seem to be increasing. What are those devils hiding? We still have some work to do securing our operations here before I can justify leaving my life here behind and joining your cause completely. Until then, I will do as much as I can to lend aid, for I have a dark feeling that dark days are ahead for you lot. I fear a storm coming on, and I'm rarely wrong about the weather. Kind regards, Robert Faulkner, St. John. So Robert Faulkner is a first mate of Assassin's Creed 3. He is your first mate for the ship of the Aquila that you pilot for naval missions and for an Templar assassination chain. Actually, we already read this anyway. Yeah. Yeah, we did. Okay, so we, again, we are saving the K paintings for when we have them all because they're connected to the entire story. We are also going to, I decided we're also going to save the Voice in the Grave for when we have them all, as again, they're kind of related to the whole story. For Shanties, we got a couple of new Shanties. As per usual, I will not be able to play it for this playthrough. If you want to listen to these songs, I encourage you to look up these songs on YouTube. There's probably a video out there that plays them. The songs are that we got today: Liverpool Judies, A Bonnie Highland Lassie, Roll Boys Roll, Roller Bowler, and Round the Corner Sally. I encourage you to listen to those, as some of those shanties are actually pretty interesting. But we have Christopher Gist, born 1706, died unknown. Aside from being born in Baltimore, much of Christopher Gist's youth is unknown. Although he had little in the way of formal education, he was taught surveying and grew up to be a successful frontiersman. In the years before the 7 Years' War, Gist had settled in North Carolina and was the neighbor of the celebrated frontiersman Daniel Boone. In 1751, Gist became a member of the Templar Order, which sent him to explore the country and present himself to the indigenous peoples in order to secure alliances and commercial lanes. In 1753, Gist accompanied George Washington to deliver a message to the French, demanding that they leave the Ohio country. This event sparked the French and Indian War, and Gist would continue to fight at Washington's side. Fun fact, Gist was part of the Braddock expedition, which you can relive yourself in Haytham's genetic memories. I wonder if we can actually meet Christopher Gist. Probably not, because I don't think it was thought of at that time, but it'd be kind of interesting to actually hear his voice from one of the random soldiers. Don't think we have anything new here, we don't. Although we do have Morrigan, which I believe is new. Halifax. Halifax was established in 1749, violating a treaty and triggering the Father Lelouch's War. This conflict pitted the British and New England colonists against the French and the Mi'kmaq nation, and would lead to several devastating attacks, including the Dartmouth Massacre of 1751, eventually led to British dominance in the region and the expulsion of the Acadians. During the 7 Years' War, Halifax became a naval base, which would prove critical in the siege of Louisburg in 1758. It became the headquarters for the Royal Navy in North America, would also play an important strategic role during the American Revolution. The conflict with the Mi'kmaq finally ended in 1761, with a series of peace treaties that culminated in the burying of the hatchet ceremony. And people think the Canadians are dull. We are not. You have landmarks. Fort Arsenal. After falling out with the Assassin Brotherhood, Shay Cormac seized control of Fort Arsenal and used it for his own personal headquarters. Shay could change outfits, access his cache of weapons, manage his fleet, admire his collection of treasures, and deal with his finances. These are man caves, and there are man caves, and then there are man caves. St. Paul's Church, modeled after the ground plans of St. Peter's Chapel on Vere Street in London, St. Paul's opened its doors in 1750. New additions were continually made, and it took almost a decade for the interior to be completed. It is the oldest Anglican church in North America and has the traditional arrangement of 3 naves and 2 side galleries. In 1787, St. Paul's would become the first Anglican cathedral outside of Britain to be given a bishop seat. Did you actually stop to read about a church in Halifax? Get back to work. Ship types? Okay, so that is all that we have. I think actually Brig might be new. But that's all the information that we have. I will be very surprised if we have any new emails. I don't think we do. I think they only really unlock as you complete the present day missions. That's going to do it for today. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you all next time.